You already know how to handle basic subtraction. 7 minus 2? Well, start with 7, take away 2, you're left with 5. But how does that help us with this? I mean, how do you take away a negative number of things? And how do you take away a negative number of things from a negative number of things? Oh, we're going to need a better way to think about subtraction to handle these. I don't want to have different rules for every single type of subtraction I can think of. I just want one rule. And here it is, our definition of subtraction. X minus y is x plus the negation of y. That's all subtraction is adding a negation. That seems kind of vague, so let's take a look at that basic example, that's 7 minus 2, and see if it comes up with the right answer when we use this definition. So we'll start with 7 minus 2, and just using our definition, that is 7 plus the negation of 2, which we know is negative 2. And in order to add these, we remember that negative 2 plus 2 is 0, so we write 5 plus 2 for 7, because we know that we can add that 2 to negative 2, and we'll get 0. So this is 5 plus 0, and 5 plus 0, of course, that's just 5. So sure enough, our definition of subtraction gives us the right answer, gives us exactly what we expected. Now let's try this definition of subtraction on those two problems we looked at the beginning. So if we have 72 minus a negative 13, we use our definition. That gives us 72 plus the negation of negative 13. Well, the negation of negative 13 is just 13. So those two negatives, they cancel. Two wrongs make a right here. And that leaves us with 72 plus 13 is 85. And we're done. On to the last problem. Here we go. Once again, we will use our definition of subtraction. Negative 18 minus a negative 34. We still have our negative 18. We turn this into the addition of the negation of negative 34. And of course, once again, negative of negative, that's a positive. So we have negative 18 plus 34. Now, how do we handle this? Well, we can use the commutative property of addition to reverse the order here and write this as 34 plus negative 18, and the addition of a negation. That's subtraction. We just use our rule again. 34 plus negative 18, that's the same thing as 34 minus 18. Of course, 34 minus 18 is 16. And we're done. We can handle these complicated subtraction problems with just one rule.